Guess who's back? Back again. MrVoid's back. Tell a friend. Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Void here. I just signed a full-time offer, and now I want to show you guys how I plan on making sure that I'm like keeping myself in line, making sure that I'm not like going overboard and just spending dollars. This is a website. It's called personalcapital.com. So what I do here is I created a personal capital account and I entered in my bank accounts, my investment accounts, and my credit cards. Some people like to use like Excel sheets and a bunch of other stuff, and I don't like to do that because this kind of become a hobby to me in a sense. Like I have fun trying to maximize credit card points and get the best value for this. And once you start doing that and really diving into finances, you start having a lot of accounts, like very, very fast. I have only been investing for maybe probably like 3 years now, but I've only started my credit card point collecting since this year basically. And I already have now 4 cards. So it's definitely scaling up pretty fast, and I want to make sure that I don't have to do a lot of manual work to keep track of that. Personal Capital is great for that. I give it my information and it helps me keep track of this stuff. So right when you log in, you'll see, if you have your accounts linked up and set up properly, you'll see that there are quite a few things on the dashboard. The biggest one being net worth. You'll see mine's been going down lately. Haven't been working, been doing school, been eating out, all that stuff. So it's kind of a mix. It's going to go down for me right now at this point in time, and that's expected. If you click into here, it's pretty cool because you can change the time frame. So if I were to look at my 1 year, I've only been using Personal Capital for about a year. Actually, even less. So my data is not completely filled out, but you'll see that like you can just tell what your net worth has been doing. So mine increased very slowly, and now it's decreasing very slowly, and hopefully very soon it will be increasing very rapidly. That's not the main use that I have for it. Some people do like to use it. Some people like to use the budgeting tool where you like set a budget for yourself on certain categories. I don't really use this either. What I want to talk more about today is cash flow. Cash flow is basically what is your income, what are your expenses, and what is the difference? So if the difference is negative, you're losing money every month. And that's very typical for students, but if you're not a student and you're working full time, hopefully it's not negative every month. If so, maybe you need to check out that budgeting feature and start setting yourself up with a budget. But I think the first part of that is checking your cash flow. So if we check my cash flow, right now I'm negative. I'm a student, that's pretty normal. Now I am very negative this month because, I had quite a few expenses come up this month. This is cool to look into because I can see that like, oh man, I'm spending way too much money at Target. Like I spent $30 this month at Target or whatever the case. So cash flow breaks up into two things, income and expenses. So if I don't have much income this month, but if you do have different streams of income, it's useful to look here and you can see a pie chart of where you have made your income. This says uncategorized for me, so I might be a little interested to see what that is exactly. So if I click it, mobile payment. So that was just like a refund that I had for like, I think something I returned. So not really like income as opposed to returned money, but it is cool to see that breakdown and this like nice pie chart of it. It also lets you see like the previous month. So I had a much higher income last month than I do this month, as denoted by like these lines. Also expenses. This is the part where I have the most fun looking at. So this month I've spent $1,056. Now, that's a lot. And that's more than my previous month by quite a bit as well. So it's nice sometimes to see all these categories that you spend in. So let's say I wanted to look more into grocery. So I click grocery and I can see where all I spent my money this month. That way I can know where I could cut back. Like, did I really need to go to the liquor store and spend $95 on liquor? Probably not. So a lot of people end up realizing that some of their categories are ridiculously big and they probably shouldn't be spending that much in that one category. For most people, I would say that that's usually restaurants or sometimes general merchandise if you do a lot of like online Amazon shopping and stuff like that. I really encourage you to start playing around with this, because you can't save and invest a lot of money if you're spending a lot. And we don't always realize how much exactly we're spending until it's laid out for us, and we're not going to go in there and do all the work in Excel. So I really recommend trying out personalcapital.com and just look at how much you're spending. Cool. So if we were to like look at the year or whatever, oh man, I really need to chill on my restaurants apparently. But I will say that a lot of these are split between multiple people, because I like to use my credit card and pay for the whole group and then have them Venmo me. That way I get the credit card points. Now, that's like very convenient for me, because I do have a friend group that doesn't mind that, and they aren't like particularly trying to get credit card points as well. So it ends up working out for me. If you have a good credit card that gives you like cash back on restaurants, I definitely recommend trying to pay for your groups of friends, or whenever you and your coworkers go out, to try to get those points and then ask them to Venmo you. It really pays off long term. I've booked a free trip pretty recently to go to Japan, round trip, and it cost me nothing. Like, I did not pay money. And that's crazy. If you're looking for a card that gives really good cashback categories, look in the description below, and I have a referral code for the Chase Sapphire Preferred. Right now they have an 80,000 point bonus, and 80,000 points, that's enough to get a free round trip to Japan. So if you want to go meet me over there, let's do it for free. Just click that referral link down below if you're interested at all. Also, I'll have a link down below for Personal Capital. I'm not sponsored by them or even really get any benefit if you click the Personal Capital link, but I think that you guys benefit from it so much that I should definitely be plugging it here in the comments, as well as this whole video. Cool. Another big category of Personal Capital is the investments category. So if I were to click investments, you can see that I have 3 different investment accounts. 2 of them are regular, just standard brokerage accounts, and then one of them is my Roth IRA. So the nice thing about this is I can see my performance on my investments over a given period of time. So if I clicked 1 year, I can see that I started off at $24,000 and it's grown to $37,000. And it's very motivating, because from day to day, you might see it dip and increase and dip and increase. And you might feel like, oh man, am I really getting anything out of this? But whenever you look at the long term, it's very nice to see those long-term rewards pay off. Another cool thing about this is if I were to go to cash flow again, if I were to go to income, and maybe not this month, but this year, and I could filter by categories. So I want to filter by investment income. These are the dividends that I talked about in this previous video here. Man, I've been plugging a lot of my videos. That's because they're good. But anyways, if I wanted to see how much I made off of dividends, I could go here, filter it, and it shows me all my dividends for this year, and I've made $230 off of dividends. Now, that's not like ridiculous. I'm not going to be buying Lambos. I'm not going to be taking these exotic trips. But if I wanted, maybe I could reinvest that, or I could be buying myself a PS5 or something. I also mostly just wanted to make you guys aware that this resource exists, as well as to make y'all aware of credit cards, and I'll have videos about those sooner rather than later, probably in like 2 or 3 weeks. We will see. Let me know what you guys need to know down below. Some video ideas I have coming up are regarding like negotiating software engineer offers, internship offers, maybe even specific details about my like compensation package at Google. I could also do videos on paying off student loans without like optimally. There's like an optimal way, I think. I could also do one on credit cards and getting free trips. I got a lot of video ideas. So if any of those sound particularly interesting to you, let me know in the comments below. I want to hear from you guys what you guys would find useful, because that's ultimately what this channel is for. All right, well, that's about it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, see ya.